All right, hey everybody, it's Evan from getSession.com, and in this video, we're going to go over how to change user passwords using AWS Cognito and React. Before this video starts, if you need any help or have any questions, feel free to leave a comment down below, or you can join the getSession Discord server, and I'm sure someone will be able to help you out there. And if you haven't seen the first two videos, I suggest you watch those two first, so it helps you better understand what's going on here. All right, so the first thing I'm going to do is create a settings file, and this settings file is going to hold our settings dashboard, which is going to contain our change password field, and we're only going to display this field if the user is logged in. So let's go ahead and create that file. I'm going to call it settings.js. I'm going to import useEffect and useContext and our account context that we created in the last video. Then we're going to create a function here and destructure our getSession from our account context. Then I'm going to create a useEffect function here, and inside this we're going to call our getSession. I'm going to create a state variable to hold whether the user is logged in or not, and I'm going to have this set to false initially. And now back in our .then, we're going to say set logged in and set it to true. And now in our return, we are only going to render our settings dashboard if logged in is equal to true. So here we're saying if logged in is true, then let's display our settings dashboard. And if logged in was false here, this would not get displayed. Now let's go ahead and add that to our app.js and then add the settings JSX. Now, of course, right now we don't see our dashboard. So let's go ahead and log in. And now that I've logged in, we can see settings at the bottom here. I added a little bit of styling to make things easier to see. Now, if we go to our settings page, I'm going to create another file called change password, and this will hold our form and logic for changing the user's password. We will be doing the same for additional attributes as well, such as an email in future videos. But for now, let's go ahead and create our file. I'm going to hit new file, call it changepassword.js. Now here I've created a simple form, and I'm going to go back to our settings.js. Now let's go ahead and import our change password and then add the JSX. So the first thing we're going to do is create an onSubmit function that simply cancels the event. So here we have our function, and now we are canceling the event. Now we will add the functionality for changing the user's password in just a minute. But first we need to import useState to hold our values for our inputs, like so. So we're going to have two states here, one for our current password and one for our new password. Now let's go ahead and create our inputs. Now we have our two inputs here. The first one is to verify the user's current password, and the second is for the user's new password. I've just added labels to make it easier to understand. Now I've added a submit button and attached our onSubmit function to our form. Now for this form to work, we need to import useContext and our account context, so that way we can get the user session. So I have useContext and our account context. Now we're going to destructure our getSession function from our account context. Now we can call getSession. Now if we go to AWS and head over to our user pool, and let's look at attributes. So remember, each user has attributes assigned to them, and we can actually access these attributes in our code. So let's go to our getSession function in our account.js. So in our user.getSession, we're going to make this an async function. And then in our else of our if-else statement, we're going to create an attributes variable and set it equal to a promise. And in this, we're going to call user.getUserAttributes, and this is going to return a callback that's either going to have an error or our attributes. If there's an error, we're going to reject it. In our else, we're going to create a results variable and set it equal to an empty object, and we're going to loop through all of our attributes. And now we're going to destructure our name and value of each attribute, and now we're going to put this inside our results object, like so. And now we're going to resolve results. So this basically creates a nice and clean object for us to easily access the user's attributes. And the last thing we're going to do is, instead of resolving session, we're going to resolve user, session, and our attributes. And now if we go to change password, instead of session, we're just going to destructure our user. And now we can say user.changePassword. And this has three arguments: the current password, our new password, and a callback function. And here we're just going to log if there's an error, or the result if we have successfully changed the password. All right, and now that we have all of this done, let's go ahead and try it out. Now first I'm going to log in. We see that I've logged in. Now if we refresh the page, we're going to see our settings. Now I'm just going to type in our old password here. And now I'm going to type in our new password. I'm going to change the number to 2. I'm going to hit change password. Now we see success in the console. So let's go ahead and log out. Refresh the page. Now I'm going to try to log in with our old password, which was password 1! If I hit login, we get a on failure not authorized exception, incorrect username or password. So now let's go ahead and try using our new password that we set it to, which was password2 exclamation point. Hit login, and now you see on success logged in. And that's going to do it for this video. In the next video, we're going to go over how to change the email. If you have any questions, feel free to leave them in the comments or go to the getSession Discord server, and I'm sure someone will be able to help you out there. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.